Coach, with today being the 7th day of preseason practice, how's camp gone so far to this point?
Well, first of all, it's been brutal hot. So you might ask the players and they'll just tell you it's miserable because it's so hot. But as a coach, you like to see that kind of heat because it gets them ready to play those early September games. So from that standpoint, it's been good. Unfortunately, we had one injury that's going to be long-term, and I hate to hear that, see that, have that. I mean, because we do everything we can to make sure guys don't get hurt in practice. And that was a freshman defensive tackle who actually would have played a lot this year. So, but from all other aspects, you know, there's some guys with nagging stuff here and there that you always have during camp. So we're staying healthy, and we're getting a lot of good work done. So from that standpoint, camp's going good.
Awesome. Second question, with 2 7-4 finishes the past 2 seasons, what momentum does that give you leading into this season, especially with the number of senior starters?
Well, let's put all this in perspective, all right? I mean, we're still basically a startup program. This is the first year we're going to have seniors. And for us to have 2 winning seasons in the first 3 years of existence is incredible. I mean, it's just beyond what anything I could have hoped for. From that standpoint, our football program has done great things. Now, in terms of our scheduling, you know, we've been an independent since we started. And it's really hard to get games when you're an independent because once people start their conference schedules, they don't have open dates in there for the most part. And so, you know, every single year we've had to pretty much play who we could play when we could play them. You know, it's been that kind of a thing. Every year, though, having said that, our schedule has gotten tougher and tougher and tougher. And so this year is the toughest schedule we've had to date by far. And, you know, the 2 7-4s, those are great. How about the second 7-4? Was that as good as the first? Well, it was probably better because the schedule was tougher. You know, so now the schedule goes up again this year. Can we go 7-4? I don't know. I mean, you know, hopefully we can do better than that. But to be honest with you, you know, we could be a better football team and still have the same record, or not even the same record. You know what I mean? So our schedule is really tough. Now this is the last year for that. Next year, the GMAC begins a full round-robin schedule, 8 teams with football that'll all play each other. And so there's only, you know, going to be 4 weeks at the beginning of every season where you have to find somebody non-conference to play. And we've been trying to find 11 games a year. Now we only have to find 4, so that's a piece of cake compared to what it's been. But the GMAC itself will be a tough meat grinder schedule because there's a lot of really good football teams, and you're going to play them 7 weeks in a row. So it'll be interesting. But what kind of momentum does that give us? So, well, when you have a 7-4 record, you know, and you win your last game, it gives you really good momentum going into your off-season program and spring ball. I'm not sure it carries over to here. This is a new year. We got to start all over again. So from a momentum standpoint, I think our kids know that they can win if they play well. But I think every year is a new year.
All right. So with that being said, I know you touched on this a little bit, but finally, what are your expectations for this season?
Well, you know, I've got YON printed on their shirts and shorts. That stands for yes or no. And we've got a whole list of questions that we need to answer as a program, yes or no. You know, are we good enough? Are we this? Are we that? And so in terms of expectations, my expectation is the same all the time, and that's improve. So if we can improve from last year, I will feel good about this year. Now, how do you measure that? You know, with a different schedule? Well, we'll see, because like I told you, we could be a better football team and have the exact same record. That was the case last year. We were 7-4 for the second year in a row, but our football team was way better than it was the year before. So, and that's because the schedule went up, you know. So we'll see. This year's schedule is even tougher, and as long as I feel like the program is improving, I feel good about the season, regardless of records.
All right, absolutely. Good luck.
All right, we are here with Alderson Broaddus tight end Cooper Schrader and safety Malcolm Lee. Guys, how has preseason camp gone so far?
It's going pretty hot. It's pretty hot outside, but you know, I believe our team's come together. A lot of young guys are learning the ropes. just working on technique, everything, on and off the field, learning in meetings, just really building on that chemistry we left off with last year.
Yeah, it's been a great camp. Got a lot of young guys. They're learning. It's been hot, like you said. Definitely one of the hottest camps I've ever been a part of. So I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to the season after this camp.
And then, you guys have both been 3-year starters at AB. So, as in your final season, what are you guys expecting to see?
Okay, so our last season, this is the season we built for. This is when we came in here 4 years ago. This is the season we were looking forward to. So, we're putting it all together for this year. So we're definitely expecting some big things this year.
Just iterating off what Malcolm said, coming together for this 5th season for our 5th-year seniors. Since we've been recruited, it's what we've been building for, like Malcolm said. Just getting the guys on the same page and taking it game by game and learning and getting better each day.
And then for you, Cooper, you've been one of the main targets in the passing game as a tight end for 3 years. And what makes you such a weapon down the field and as well as blocking at the line?
Every week it starts with our coaches, just giving us a great game plan strategy and really puts us in the position to succeed. On and off the field, in and out of meetings, just working really on the little things, footwork, technique, things that will help improve our game as a team. When it comes to the passing game, my mindset is when the ball's in the air, it's mine. And when it comes to the running game, I always said you got to block like a guard and catch like a receiver. So I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help the team out and help us put in that position to win.
And then for you, Malcolm, with you and Mike James in the back, what kind of preparation and hard work do you two work on when you're on the field as well as off the field?
I think the biggest thing we do is we have fun. We take the job out of the game and put the fun back in the game. And we go out there and we play with enthusiasm because we love the game. So of course we do the little things like we watch film, we work hard in practice and everything. But I think the biggest thing we do is definitely we just have fun.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.